I was there. I was ready to do it.
Jeff joins us on the left with Stoneblade, and on the right we have Force of Phil on Miracles, as usual. Ramalito arrives in the chat.
Talking myself.
Okay, turn one, Portent, target myself, says Force of Phil. Force of Phil doing Force of Phil things.
Go ahead. Wow.
Turn one, Tamio. 2025 Legacy, folks.
Get a Tundra.
Going right after Tamio here, which makes a lot of sense. Swords to Plowshares targeting Tamio. Looks like Jeff's thinking about protecting. Force pitching Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Snapcaster, still a card that I very much appreciate. Ponder Shuffle here for Phil after Swords gets countered. Oh, maybe there was a accidental viewing of an extra card by Phil, and then a shuffle, and now resolving the Ponder. So the Ponder is still in the process of resolving. They just corrected for a dexterity error or whatever. The DCI will be reviewing the tape. All right, so it is a Ponder Shuffle, it turns out. Ramalito making a prediction. Tamio will not make it until 2026. There's a chance Tamio won't survive in the Legacy format into 2026. I honestly don't know. When I think about Tamio and how I feel about Tamio, Inquisitive Student, it feels fine to me. I don't know. I feel like it can stay, but it's not up to me. So Tamio has made a clue. A brainstorm is happening here. It's going to flip into a Planeswalker.
Oh, no.
What is going on? Ramalito says feels fine, but is a 4-turn clock. I don't know.
You gotta show us on camera. It's out of 3 sleeves.
Oh my goodness! Took it out of 3 sleeves and just bare on the table. Oh boy.
Yeah.
We see the strangest things on this channel, chat. So now Jeff has dug up a Tundra. Looks like just blue-white Stoneblade so far. Spell Pierce on Up the Beanstalk. I forgot to announce Up the Beanstalk. Force of Will. Ooh, I didn't see what Phil pitched there. Force pitching Brainstorm. So a successful stop of Up the Beanstalk, it looks like. Tamio currently at 4 loyalty as Jeff untaps. Stoneblade versus Miracles is at 2014. It could be. Maybe Jeff thinking about picking something up from the graveyard here?
What do you get back? Brainstorm.
Okay, retrieves a brainstorm on Tamio's minus ability. Okay. Cast the brainstorm. Maybe aware of Force of Will's ability here to just prismatic ending Tamio and move on, trying to set up other plays. All right, Phil cracks a Flood Strand. Jeff still has one clue available. That's the token we see on the table sitting next to Tamio. Jace the Mind Sculptor, okay.
Assume it's not resolved.
I'm going to try to not have resolve. Pretty gross.
Good old Jace. Jace the Mind Sculptor reminds me of the times when wizards cared about us and the lore, and they only printed universes within. And now...
Was it the Force on top or was it the blue card on top?
That is a crack.
Yeah, it was the Force or the blue card. It was the Force.
Okay, Force pitching Ponder, Jace is countered. Tamio currently at 1 loyalty, so we're going to see it tick up to 3. Here's Teferi Time Raveler. Planeswalkers everywhere. Teferi will minus, draw a card. Nothing to bounce. Jeff plays a basic planes and passes. Jeff with all kinds of versions of cards in his decks. I like the style. Teferi pluses, Tamio pluses. Tamio now at 6. Teferi at 2. Back to basics. That's gotta hurt. Prismatic ending goes after back to basics. Leaves Tamio.
Have fun, Matt.
What's up?
You don't find it fun?
Oh, I mean, this game is force this card, right? Like, we're well past any of that other stuff.
All right, Tamio's going to take up to 8 loyalty. At least potentially. Maybe that decision hasn't been made yet. Teferi's at 3. Okay, Tamio now at 8. -7 for the ultimate. Do you know what we need more of in Legacy, chat? Hear me out. Hear me out. Nickel Bolas. I want to see Bolas on tables again.
Might just do this for the readers.
The real hero of Magic the Gathering. Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, these are like the combination of stuff like Beanstalk and this card and like the other stuff is just like, yeah, you know, like any amount of stuff that says no plus this one thing and then the game is over.
Should I get this Buster Sword?
Yeah, dude, you gotta get the.
Jeff just completely ignored. Should I get Buster Sword? Oh man. Buster Sword gets the scoop. Jeff takes game 1. Final Fantasy is breaking legacy, folks. There it is.
I was playing everything. I haven't played this deck.
Phil Scoop to Buster Sword. Yeah, some people in the chat are having lore dissonance right now. It's a real thing.
Oh, really?
Important for Phil to start game 2. Doing it again.
Oh, that's a good one. What song?
Got the same place.
All right, turn 1 Tamio. It's like the same game again. Force of Phil in the chat, screaming, "How does anyone beat Buster Sword?" You know what? I don't know. Card's busted. That's why they call it the Buster Sword. So a prismatic ending removes Tamio immediately. This game is already going better for Phil, I guess. Now another Portent. Is that like Busta Rhymes' brother or something? Yeah, it's very similar to Busta Rhymes. Bus. Yeah, we need to have Sewing Mika Spawn in banned to bring back Cloud Post. Yeah. What about the Mika Spawn and the frog? I had to listen to that for like 6 months. I have it rough hosting this channel, honestly. Just between rounds at the LGS, just overhearing people like, yeah, last round I played against a frog, so you know how that went. I lost. And then my opponent had another frog, and then, yeah. Yeah, Murktide is crazy. So a source of plowshares got dumped in the yard by Jeff here. Phil doesn't have many creatures.
We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
It's a ponder happening right now for Jeff, I believe. That is ponder, right? Mystic Sanctuary putting Portent on top. Cross with a great question. In your opinion, how to feel about the Legacy format currently? So I play Legacy in person roughly twice a week, and no MTGO, and I have not played against Oops in a very long time, probably mid 2024, and okay, Stoneforge found Cauldron complete in case anybody missed it. Swords on the Stoneforge then. And I don't remember the last time I left an event feeling like, wow, the format sucks. That it might have been years ago. So I don't know. I don't even know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if people should ask my opinion, honestly. Because I'm always chilling. I don't know. The amount of times I'm at the LGS overhearing people talk about, like, yeah, this format is just trash right now. I'm like, it is? But as I've said on the channel many times before, I've kind of just accepted that Legacy is unhinged and doesn't really make sense as a format. Has lots of old cards and new cards that don't really make a lot of sense. Harbinger of the Seas, that's a nasty one. And I'm just having fun. I don't know. No stress.
Card buff?
You don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the cards in Jeff's hand is Cauldron Complete. Players aren't taking notes here, so we're just going to reveal it.
It was a very good taking.
Okay.
I see what you figured out. It's all second.
All right, so allowing Phil to fetch here with the Harbinger of the Seas on the stack. Phil mistakenly said it's fine, and then said, "Wait, but I wanted to fetch first." So we're doing that. M. Cook, thank you for the sub with Prime. 18 months. Portent moving to the top of the deck. Phil will still be able to function with blue mana, but losing white and I guess green is pretty rough.
I don't know yet what any of that looks like. I'm literally on the
Stock up.
game. I just like pulled this out.
Oh, maybe that's the card that was pitched earlier.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Counterspell. Oh, man. What's the new name for Counterspell? I forgot. Force pitching Portent, trying to protect Stock Up. Stock Up's going to resolve. It's called Wild Rose Rebellion? Is that right? Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a Counterspell in Legacy. It happens, I don't know, every once in a while. But seriously, going back to what I was saying before, I feel like maybe I have convinced myself of this. I feel like people want to know the health of the Legacy format, and I feel like don't ask me, don't ask Chris what the health of the Legacy format. He has no idea. I don't freaking know. Chris, what should we ban? I don't know. You guys figure it out. It's not my job.
There's this thing called the machine tile, and then you're supposed to, like, each puzzle, like, they have, like, different ones that you can lay. Each one has, like, a setup that you have to follow, so that's what I just
Force of Phil says, I somehow love all the altars but hate myself. Don't say that, Force of Phil.
did. I'm pulling out each of the cards.
It's Stoneforge Mystic again, making another appearance here.
These cards pulled out. You got these pulled out.
Force pitching Brainstorm. Trying to stop Stoneforge Mystic. Have you seen this card, Stoneforge Mystic? I don't think they tested it for 1v1, honestly.
Oh, and it sheets each papers, like, each player's in it.
Who the hell designed that card? Another stock up.
So if we just play through the first one, they said E and F aren't in here, so if you get one of these two. Borrow.
Phil with a question. What's the solution to Harbinger Moon effects? Help me solve the issue. I just want a Mystic Sanctuary. You know what, Phil? We need Arkham's Astrolabe back.
I was just like, look at this setup.
Snapcaster Counterspell. Hard cast Cauldron complete. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I managed to feel better, which I was originally planning on staying. And started to drop after I did the but I'm like, okay. Well, you know.
Tapping the equipment. Oh, God.
You bid this way looking for jobs.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's the vision now.
Yeah, right.
Phil's at 3. Phil needed Terminus there, but doesn't even have white mana.
That's how I feel. Like, every time someone asks me for like, okay,
So that turn that you cast this off of Ponder, I had Force Pyroblast. Kept the Force instead of the Pyroblast. Could have kept the Pyroblast with fetch and then the Pyroblast and at least fight on the stack. Would have only had one layer, and I assume you had backup.
All right. Sounds like Jeff has got this one. Phil is scooping here. GG's. Buster Sword, everybody. The excuses are coming out.
Alright, you think you want to go first, right? Yeah. Cool. Good luck. Good luck. Here.
All right, getting ready to go. Clint on the left on lands, and on the right we have Jacob on Enchantress. Jacob rocking the Pro Tour Aether Drift playmat as usual, and the Batman sleeves as usual. Yavimaya. Exploration. All right, we're doing it.
Okay. Pass to you.
Pass.
The good old exploration pass, I see.
What does that mean?
I guess I'll get a Savannah. Sick. I love those pixel lines.
All right, that's a snow-covered plains. I'm not sure why he said Savannah. Prismatic Vista found it. This is a Urion deck. Urion's revealed. Is it on the screen? I guess it's not in frame, but Urion's there.
I'm gonna keep this.
Oh, it's under the life counter. Good catch by the chat. Hey, that's a smart place to put it.
And a Dark Depths. Okay.
Okay, following up with Thespian Stage and Dark Depths. Aggro.
And pass to you.
I'm gonna pass. You're passing. Interesting. Dredge. Go.
It's abundant growth.
Practice. Go. It's a good one.
Wait, I'm really confused right now. Where'd the green mana come from? Oh, the Yavimaya. Oh, I get the joke now. The Savannah. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Sack it to a crop rotation. Yep.
Sacking Yavimaya to crop rotation. Okay. Jacob has a Caracas on the board now, so plans have changed. Going for Wasteland and targets Caracas.
I guess I'll respond. Okay.
I totally missed the Yavimaya when Jacob said Savannah. I was like, what?
I'll exile send you a Spirit Guide Sacket. Target myself.
I'm a little slow today.
The triggers. Do you want to take a look?
I believe you. I'm gonna be. I forgot how this wins. That's all.
Yeah, I'll walk you.
You're gonna go.
I'm gonna get the two.
All right. After a brainstorm, Caracas is blown up.
I'm gonna cast Cabal Therapy targeting you.
Sure.
New Yavimaya? No.
Okay, another Yavimaya. Okay.
I have two Poxwalkers triggers, maybe three. And I'll bridge from below triggers, so I'll get some zombies.
Okay.
I'm eventually going to dread return Thassa's Oracle, but first I want to Cabal Therapy targeting you to
Draw your entire deck.
see if the coast is clear, basically.
The coast is clear, so.
Okay.
Okay, Jacob has priority right now. It's Jacob's turn. Aware of a pending Merit Lage, Yavimaya allows Dark Depths to tap for mana. This might be a quick game.
Game one, I'm trying to think of game two.
Jacob obviously needs to have a way to remove Merit Lage or die to it.
Good.
Okay, Windswept Heath, pass.
Let's try it. End step, stage copy, Dark Depths. Okay.
Okay, making a Merit Lage. Jacob's gonna fetch.
Yeah, so does this
I guess we have an answer.
name Force of Negation?
No.
What Merit Lage token is that? I don't recognize that one.
Wow. Cool. I would not have guessed that.
What set is that from?
I might have gotten the green and white creature. That's the only one I could have possibly guessed. Okay, then I'll cast Cabal Therapy targeting myself, sacrificing the Poxwalker.
I just don't know.
Getting another zombie.
Dominator Remastered? Could be.
And then Cabal Therapy targeting myself, I'll name Thassa's Oracle.
Okay, I guess Jacob scoop.
I'll be in the play for a second.
This Poxwalker is back in play.
Good game.
Well, fast Merit Lage will do it. Jacob now on the play. Sometimes the lands deck just makes a Merit Lage turn 2 and you die.
I'm gonna keep. Okay.
All right, Dominaria Remastered it was. Thanks, chat. Sometimes I get stumped. Remember, folks, you have to have every Magic card in every version of every Magic card memorized if you want to play on the Pro Tour like Jacob once did.
Also, draw. I'll play a Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time. That's a Utopia Sprawl, I believe, on the forest.
Do you want to cut these cards that are going to the bottom?
Yavimaya was found. Uh-oh.
I will play Yavimaya. Play a Mox Diamond, discarding a forest.
Okay, Mox Diamond discarding a nice Ice Age forest. Expiration again. Urza Saga this time, so maybe a different game plan for game 2. Another fast start for Clint, though. And then a Life from the Loam. Well, that was a huge turn 1. Different than the huge turn 1 of game 1. Well, turn 1, game 1, second land drop wasn't made, and it looked a little iffy. But I figured Clint had the Thespian Stage Dark Depths combo coming.
I have some ideas.
This is a different set of problems for Jacob to solve.
Stop you. Because I don't.
Yeah, I also
Here's the white. Cast that. Okay.
Static Prison. Targeting expiration. Okay. Getting 2 energy.
Go ahead. Attack. Dredge Loan.
Yeah, some of the Enchantress decks over the years have had thin ice, but I don't think this deck does.
you have the card not working.
Play a forest.
Like
No,
it's
I
a piece
think
of electronic equipment or
It's
something.
like it's sort of.
All right, plays the forest.
Why I want it, I just don't think. I think you can counter.
Cast a graph
I
shares
think you could sort of put the trigger on it. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that it doesn't work. It's that I think you could counter it.
Graph Digger's Cage. Okay.
Doing the correct strategic play.
Right. That's all. It's
To remind yourself.
I know what you mean.
Can't cast card can't go from Baker's.
6, 7.
What would be Graph Digger's Cage? What is that doing in this matchup?
6 cards.
Is there something obvious I'm forgetting?
I need to make sure I'm stopping you.
I need to make sure I'm not getting stopped.
Okay, that's a Rogren Triumph. Unless Clint knows something that I don't. Might have seen something in another game against Jacob that I don't know.
Has 2/1, and then 2 and a draw get halfway in between, and then whatever.
If it one doesn't get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to cut before that my turn?
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry about that.
It could be for Green Sun Zenith, I guess. Yeah, it could also just be stuck in the deck with not enough to bring in.
2 cards in hand.
No.
2 cards in hand.
No, it's
Well, no, I don't mean. Well, I mean, if I'm 0-2, you'd be technically eliminated.
sure.
Was it clear after game 1 what Jacob was playing? Maybe it wasn't clear. Oh, well, we saw Abundant Growth, but that could also mean like a Urion control deck. Maybe we're just not aware of what Jacob is playing. Saga's ticking up here. Decisions are getting made about what to do with it. Making another construct. Yeah, I'm not sure if the players knew what the other was playing for this.
No, how you'll be able to cast anything?
Still might be unclear what Jacob is up to if you're sitting in Clint's seat. Yeah, it might look like Blue Zenith. Akalith making a great point. Yeah, all right, so we might, sometimes I forget that we have an overlay that tells us what decks these players are playing, but they're trying to figure it out sometimes. So maybe the Graph Digger's Cage came in, still not sure what Jacob is up to.
There's a white floating.
Yeah.
Stressed out.
Okay.
Dress down. And It'll get rid of the constructs. Lava Spur Boots will remain.
And then second band. Dark Depths.
Yep.
And pass to you.
End step.
Okay, so Dress Down will go away here. It did its job, eliminating the constructs.
This is on your main page.
Oh,
it's like a
main?
saga, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, it is odd.
Utopia Scroll White.
You're not playing Tropical Islands, right? You're not playing Tropical Islands in here?
I had my model deck on me. That's why this is my model deck.
Okay, it looked like that was the last energy, right? So Static Prison's about to run out.
Your name in green?
White.
White. Okay. Cool.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Return.
I don't think there was any rule change with tokens and Dress Down.
You're gonna pay 3 life to go to 17 to play a Bogart.
The recent rule change was only related to sagas.
Is that the one that gets rid of the
Targeting Saga and Once Upon a Time?
the graveyard?
Yes.
Sorry. Just targeting Saga and Yavimaya. I was like, Once Upon a Time.
Tetramost deck, so.
All right, Saga and Yavimaya getting targeted here by Life from the Loam.
Starting you.
2 more cards in hand.
Sterling Grove and Utopia Scroll.
Dark Depths on the board.
I'll take Sterling Blue.
Good choice. Not for me, but good choice for you.
Saga, Yavimaya.
All right, Saga gets replayed, of course. Going to continue doing that.
Pass to you.
I'll fetch on it.
Sanctum Weaver.
Yes.
Instead, Fetch maybe going to Surveil. We'll see.
I'll play Felmeyer on tap.
Get ahead.
That's the one that kills a creature.
One that kills a creature?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there's Hedge Maze.
The Sanctum Weaver is the said creature to kill?
No, I'm playing it on the land side. I'll take 3 more. I'm going to 12.
So there's a forest enchanted with Utopia Sprawl. Static Prison that looks like it's about to run out of gas and give exploration back. And then next to the life counter, we have an energy indicator that appears to be at 0. And underneath that is Urion. So Static Prison goes away, exploration changes sides, goes back to Clint's board. Crop rotation sacking Yavimaya now.
Targeting you, and I have
Force pitching Force, okay.
No voucher. Good.
Okay.
I'll name Fairy Macabre.
Not a lot going on Jacob's side here.
Card if I had it. What?
What do you got in there? I get to see it.
Utopia Scrolls.
Okay.
Another Yavimaya.
Once again,
We knew one was returned to hand, so.
it's not very, it's not a lot of play back and
Making a construct, equipping it with Lava Spur Boots. Attacking.
Pass to you.
You're going with
yes, I have one.
Yeah, you have one, that's fine.
It's come up on the fire.
Interesting. Here's what I'm curious about. Let's just see if I actually did this for, because I did get this, United Battlefront. Let's see what happens in the top 7. I'm just actually seeing 1, 2, I'm just seeing what, if I actually got.
All right, Urza Saga about to hit its final chapter here. Clint putting some dents in the life total of the opponent, and with Urza Saga about to tick up to chapter 3 with Lava Spur Boots on the board, we may be getting close to being able to close this out with just constructs.
I wouldn't say it's that good, but like you said, there's not a lot going on in your deck that would stop this, so maybe it's better than some.
I think it was at 11. We could see a lethal attack this turn, potentially.
Or some things.
I'll grab a Mox Diamond.
Okay, finds another Mox Diamond. Discards Dark Depths, so it'll stick around. 6 artifacts on the board right now. Lava Spur Boots adds +1/+0.
What's the, I have endurance here too, but I didn't draw it.
And gives haste, so they'll both be able to attack if we equip for 1 mana.
Right. It's a tough choice to make.
This is not the magic construct. Okay.
What did you do round 1?
Another Dress Down. Okay. cleared the constructs again.
Second main.
Did you get it on yourself?
No, I did not.
And a thespian stage, so we'll have more stuff to deal with, I guess.
It's actually problematic because I was way ahead. I was able to get.
Well, if you're rooting for Enchantress, we need to start playing some enchantments, that's for sure.
All right.
I
Pretty
played,
good.
I played a pithing needle on the grindstone, and nevermore on the thing that selects versus choice
Just spotted an Uro in Jacob's hand. That's stopped by the cage.
card. That's
Oh, yeah, the Chaos Defiler.
Chaos Defiler. Thank you. That was
I see a Swords to Plowshares as well.
the problem with Wheel of Sun and Moon is if I play that, his deck can draw.
This doesn't
right?
affect dredging.
Now all he does is he basically plays Tamer Servants and just basically can make me constantly draw my deck. Right?
Is that how it works?
Come on.
Well, I guess no, 'cause it doesn't go. No, I guess it doesn't go to the graveyard, right? If the two, but do the two cards go to the graveyard?
We'll go to the graveyard.
Jacob trying to figure this out.
If they go to the graveyard,
Yeah, I think you
Yeah, it is looking like Blue Zenith, actually. The Grafdigger's Cage making a lot of sense if that's what Clint is thinking.
I decided not to basically.
All right, that's being staged Dark Depth stuff. There's Marit Lage again. Apparently a Dominator Remastered one. Leyline Binding, okay. Well, got rid of Marit Lage.
Tropical Islands here instead of Savannas instead of Sanctum.
Okay, gonna dredge Loam now. Looked like just a wasteland dump that time as far as lands. Expedition Map, Mox Diamond. Casting Loam. All right, wasteland, stage, depths.
Stage.
I mean, it's not so different in the.
Yeah, Rest in Peace wouldn't be bad here, but I mean, I saw that Jacob had had a Swords to Plowshares in hand, another answer to Marit Lage, but we're eventually going to run out of those.
And step one, make Marilage. Okay.
The variant where the object isn't to beat me by light
All right, another Marit Lage has been made.
becomes much harder. Except, especially when you're not targeting.
Was there a missed opportunity to make Marit Lage and attack with it, equipped with the boots, or were we tapped out?
I was actually
I'm gonna
asking.
cycle this for execution.
I played one of my shocklands on
Cycling Shark Typhoon X is 1. Okay.
Sterling Grove.
Draw a card and get a 1/1 shark.
Because you have grindstone on the
Respect.
Go to box.
grindstone there, so I had to figure out
Fair.
like why did you
Cast Loam, targeting Stage Depths and Saga. Okay.
Stage Depth Saga returned by Loam. Marit Lage got chump blocked by a shark.
You can play Solemnity with actually I always want to play Solemnity with Painter Servant and Elephant Grass. Or not even Painter Servant, not Solemnity. Solemnity, Elephant Grass, and Painter Servant, but instead of naming blue like you normally do, I name black.
Yeah.
All right, that's a Prismatic Vista.
Too many things going on here.
So I played like Elephant Grass.
This is starting to be a tough board to navigate.
If you don't, people are like Wasteland, Solemnity, Glacial Chasm.
Good.
And then of course everyone.
Passes the turn.
Untap.
The one way I did win, which is with our people, because how else does Enchantress win?
All sorts.
I bumped this.
Did Clint skip the draw step? I didn't see draw step.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, with that. It's on top end. You might be able to hold it
How else
down.
does Enchantress win but by burn?
I lied.
You lied. Yeah.
I'm a big liar.
Bane fire.
So 11 to 40.
Okay, great.
Getting closer and closer.
All right, Swords of Plowshares on Marit Lage resolves. Marit Lage went away, but we make another one.
What, Bane fire?
Yeah.
It's uncounterable over 5.
Yeah.
1, 2. Make Marit Lage again.
Sure.
Now, a lot of people are now playing with the red alert. They're playing to.
Then I will cast
They're
away
playing
from the wall. No, I didn't know how to away from the wall. I fucked that up. That's okay. I still have 2 land drops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saga.
Ooh, okay. Small errors happening here, giving Jacob a little bit of an opportunity potentially to stabilize. Potentially. We'll see.
That's fine. And then I.
Maybe Maybe Clint was about to dredge, then got distracted, didn't draw, didn't dredge.
Sorry, I'm playing something.
If so, that's unfortunate.
It was all I had ready myself. So.
What?
It happens. Keep in mind, too, some of the people in the YouTube comments who call out misplays or whatever just don't know what it's like, I guess. Sometimes the players, they're playing on camera. They know there are a lot of you watching, and they feel a little nervous, and they mess up. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Not saying that's necessarily what happened here, but it does happen. People have told me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sorry about that.
Playing Magic with a lot of people watching, I'm sure if you've been at the LGS and a bunch of people are standing around your table watching your match, it feels a little different than when nobody's watching, that's for sure.
I'll play an Enchantress.
All right, finally, an Enchantress. So we revealed what we're doing. Now it's clear.
Okay.
Clint seems surprised.
Tap. Dredge Loam. Grab Depth Stage Wasteland. Checks out. This goes to 2.
Doing Loam stuff now.
Wait, no. Sorry. Dredge
Saga has ticked up.
puts 3 things in the yard. Casting.
Yeah, then you get it back and you cast it.
Yes. I'm sorry.
We figured it out. You're good.
I'm again new to this whole dredging thing. Now I'll cast it.
Yes. I have also had a long day, so I'm here to agree with you with whatever you say.
I respect that. That's super kind of you.
Wasteland, Stage, Dark Depths. Stage, Dark Depths replayed here. Are we going to do the thing?
Go for it again. I've got 10 counters on this one, but I'll 1, 2, copy and make a Merit Lodge. Okay.
All right, Sorcerer Speed, make a Merit Ledge, equip it with the boots.
Okay. Sword.
Another Swords. All right, we've removed a lot of Merit Ledges in this match so far.
I can deal 80 damage, surely. Surely.
Not impossible. Past you.
Clint is at 80 life.
Okay. Draw for turn.
Yeah.
Doesn't help at all.
The Dredge Loam, Dark Depths combo thing has been fought off so far, but maybe Jacob's running out of gas here.
Play Caracas.
Caracas, that's not bad. That's not bad, but, I mean, we're going to see Wasteland on the other side.
We tap differently. That's on white. Yeah, play an Uro.
Okay.
Trigger.
He just drew a Swords. Oh, man. So Jacob has in hand right now Urion, Swords, and something else. Gonna Dredge Loam again. Dumped another Wasteland, another Dark Depths.
3. Yep. I'll make a construct.
Okay.
Okay, making a construct this time.
I'll sack this to go find a pithing needle. Naming. I don't know. Oh wait, I can name Caracas, and then you can't do the Caracas.
Down the line.
Fuck. There you go. I don't even have to wasteland it. What a day to be.
All right, well. Caracas has been named by the needle.
Oh, I meant 13 off that.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry about that.
Everything, no, it's my fault.
All right, so Uro gained some life after the fact.
Cast the loam. Sure. Sorry. Stage Depths Wasteland.
Yep.
Stage Depths Wasteland returned by life from the Loam.
We got here. Put down that. That doesn't super help me.
Seeing the power of the Lens deck to play a long game, that is for sure. Just keep making 20/20 flyers with indestructible.
But what I can do is equip boots to my construct. And
That does happen.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7, 6.
Yeah, so I'll go to 6.
Great. Pass to you.
The card next to Enchantress is Leyline Binding. Yeah, maybe Clint should just be wasting all of Jacob's lands, but I think going for a Merit Lage every turn is pretty good.
Weird. This is a weird game. This is a weird game. There's no land.
Okay.
Fetch.
Okay.
Fetching, dropping to 6.
Tundra.
Okay.
Which is here.
We're going to Urion, Blink, Leyline Binding, get rid of the Construct, pay Ward. Oh, man.
It doesn't look like that. Designed to do that.
Clint's going to have a Wasteland available, one way or another. Maybe with this Construct on the board, Clint can hold off on Merit Lage and just start Wastelanding multiple times a turn.
One of the right lines that I want. Okay, pass turn.
Tap.
Dreading on. Okay.
I don't know what song you're talking about, Roberts.
Play a Wasteland.
Okay.
Wasteland Caracas.
Photo white.
Okay.
One white.
Then
Okay, so a Wasteland on Caracas. Caracas got blown up. There's still a Needle on Wasteland on the board, on Caracas on the board.
make Merit Lage.
Sure.
Okay, Merit Lage is back. Stage and Depths go to the yard.
Equip the boots to the Merit Lage. Yep. Okay, I go to 100 life.
Uh-oh. It worked!
So that fails and it stays on the
Pretty sure. I'm 90% sure it stays on.
Yeah, it does stay on the previous creature.
I will.
I did not think that life counter was going to go to 100. Can it go to 1,000, though?
Trigger Enchantress. And then ETB trigger.
Okay.
All right, Dress Down gets rid of the construct. We're still going.
Cast Life on the wall. Targeting Stage Depths Ottawara. Yep.
Stage Depths Otawara returned here.
Yo, I've made so many fucking Merit Lages. This is bad shit.
Have you remembering the Enchantress triggers?
My turn.
Yep.
I guess, how does that work with Dress Down? Wait, I don't know.
Clear land.
It's on cast, so yeah, it wouldn't be affected by Dress Down. I forgot. Yeah, that is a sweet island, the Jubilee Snow Island. I have a couple of those. They're really nice.
Stupid. I guess this is free. Put Abundant Growth on this forest. Draw a card. Or
Okay.
draw off Enchantress, then when you DPS, I'll draw it. So
Yeah.
plus 2 total.
Yep.
Okay, drawing 2 cards off an Abundant Growth.
Whoa.
Merit Lodges can be sold.
Exactly 4. We got there. Okay. I think I'm not 100% dead here. That rules. Astrid's Invocation.
I have no idea what that card is.
I'll pull up the Oracle text. I did it.
All right, Estrad's Invocation just hit the stack. This card is pretty interesting in the Enchantress deck. It's a clone of an enchantment, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, you may blink it, basically. Create some interesting situations, as you can imagine, with cards like Leyline Binding and Abundant Growth to draw cards. So it has copied Leyline Binding and removed the boots.
I don't want people on YouTube to get mad.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. I may or may not have a
Both players seem exhausted with this game, by the way.
stage to destroy that thing.
Besiege you to destroy Estrad's Invocation and get back the boots.
Okay. So you get your land drop.
Twitch chat, maybe some people in the Twitch chat feel Clint should have been prioritizing Wasteland. But Jacob has had to remove Marit Lage so many times already. It's like 6 times.
Okay.
I'm with Ramalito. If Jacob somehow wins this game, it would be impressive.
More stuff in my graveyard. Not a lot of graveyard.
Where is the advantage bar right now? Can Jacob win this game with opponent at 100 life? Is it possible?
First, I will make a Marit Lage. Okay.
Is this completely over already? There's Marit Lage.
Second, I will attempt to equip boots to the Marit Lage. That resolves. Okay.
Okay, the boots successfully equipped.
Swing for 20.
Okay.
I should. That was the craziest fucking game.
That is the match. Clint gets it. GG's. This should be a good one.
Yeah. Sorry, so keep me. I'm start Yeah.
Maybe we're doing a deck check here of sorts. I mean, the player's checking their own decks, not a judge.
With this hand, D6. That's fair. Okay.
Roland Snap keeps the hand.
It's actually basic forest, and then it is your.
What hand for a Delver player is a Snap keep, chat? How many lands are in there?
0, 1 Nethergold. 1, 2. No.
How much tempo is in there?
Okay.
Are we going to see tempo in this game, by the way?
Other W lands. Yeah, other W lands.
It could be any hand.
Your duel. There we go. Alright, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Sirius with a great question. Ed has such a nice playmat. Chris, are you Team Pyroblast or Team Hydroblast? Ooh. I think I'm Team Pyroblast. I've cast more Pyroblast in my life. I know Pyroblast gets played a lot more. I think I'm Team Pyroblast. Blowing up Murktides.
Go.
Countering Show and Tells. Countering Okos. Blowing up Tamio. Getting my lands blown up by the Painter player.
I'll draw 2 during your upkeep.
Sure.
All right, Roland's bobbling here.
Yeah.
Acolyte says Pyroblast is the good guy. Okay. There you have it, folks. Modern Horizons 3 had Null Elemental Blast. I thought that card was so cool. Like, regardless of its power level, I just thought it was such a cool card. Kind of wish I could play it, honestly. There's Tamio.
No.
Six cards.
hold off on that for a second.
6 cards for Ed.
If that's okay. Case.
Hurts.
Ah, okay. Days on Tamio. Tamio countered.
Sure. And I'll waste your. There's a sign. And then it's your go.
Ornithopter to follow up. Ornithopter still getting play in 2025. I love that. All right, bolting the Ornithopter seems smart. Keith Masterflex, thank you for the resub. 43 months. We love 0-drop creatures here. Yes, Keith. Yes, Keith. Some people get it, Chet. They understand. Speaking my language.
4 dismembered. There you go. 15.
Bowmaster, oh boy.
That's her game. Okay.
4 cards left in Ed's hand after the Bowmaster. Force pitching force. Okay, force of will for Ed to protect the Bowmaster here, pitching Ingenious Infiltrator.
Alright, that's fine. Ping me. Yep. On to 2. 1, 2, 3.
Clearly, a Ponder not as devastating against a Bowmaster as a Brainstorm would be, but an extra ping and an amass will happen here. Hey, I didn't know Ingenious Infiltrator was a Vidalkin until just now. I never noticed that.
Draw. I'll give this one more time. Did you get me already?
I don't believe so. And
Hexproof,
Oh,
and
okay.
when it gets snapped, it deals damage to a target creature.
All right, Roland plays a Delver.
3 instant sorcery. Attack, I'll shoot them.
Yeah, a Yuriko or Kaito to follow up here would be pretty damn good. Maybe game winning. We'll see how this goes.
Your turn.
I saw that on Trigger Warning mentioning Arena. On Arena, the Yuriko was just added to Arena. And in some of the larger formats, Treasure Cruise is legal with Mystic Sanctuary. Just seems kind of nuts.
Yeah,
14. Kaito.
There's Kaito.
Just 1 extra.
1 extra.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Okay. Yep.
We have 2 in hand.
Yep.
So Kaito gets in. Bane of Nightmares. According to the Twitch chat, the best Planeswalker in Legacy.
I'm just going to do the surveil.
Surveil?
Pyroblast would be really good now.
Oh, sorry. How did you cast the
Gonna zero the Kaito now to draw a card after a Surveil. Look like both cards left on top.
Yeah,
Brainstorm revealed, Insect Elaboration. We'll be able to attack Kaito here, which is important.
this is the
Kaido's at 1.
Kaito drops to 1 loyalty. Gotta get this Kaito off the board. Wasteland on the Underground Sea, not too bad. Not amazing, but not bad.
yeah, birds.
The Ninja decks tend to run a bunch of basics, so they can be hard to punish with Wastelands.
So that's my turn. I play the barrel draw. You have creature, so this is 4.
I was talking with some friends at the LGS last night about ninjas. This deck probably isn't seeing as much play as it should. This deck is pretty damn good, the ninja deck. I think the ninja deck has a reputation of being like tier 3 or whatever, but it's this deck is good. Like, yeah. You know what, Darth? If you can, put it together. Let us know. All right, Kaito gets knocked out. Bowmaster, a second one. I I think the reputation though is holding the ninja deck back, where people think it's like a goofy newbie fun deck or something, whatever their perception of it is. But it's actually a solid deck. Like it's pretty good. I don't think you're giving up many win percentage points by playing ninjas in this meta. So here's an Undercity Sewer.
Then you don't want to throw.
Yep.
All right, I don't want to throw after card dumped into the graveyard. Don't need that right now.
I'll just pass the turn.
Swinging for 3. Roland drops to 5. Oh no! All right, we're ninjutsuing in another Kaito here before damage. So 2 extra damage. Another Bane of Nightmares. Roland has the Insectile Aberration though. Could stun it here, I guess.
Death touch. So it does.
You have 2 in hand?
2 and
I
1.
gain 4 life. So I'm 3.
2 Bone Masters are pretty mean.
I gain 4 again.
That's the Crucible, basically.
I just meant the Insectile Aberration could attack Kaito, is what I meant.
Replay the land this turn.
I'm just gonna stun the.
Yeah, I like the stun on the insect here. Kaito drops a 2 loyalty, plays an Ornithopter, which could also be an emergency blocker, I guess. So 1 stun counter left on Insectile Aberration. Roland at 3 life. This might be over. We'll see. Dragon's Rage Channeler, okay.
I have 4 types at least.
Okay, Delirium is on.
I'll fetch. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
How do I? I'll fetch 2.
All right, passes it back. We might see Ed swing with everybody here.
It's +1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7 right now. Get rid of baseline.
Yep, 6, go to 3.
I'll grab a buy.
Right?
And then it'll be your go.
I'm gonna upkeep Kaito.
Yep.
Okay, a plus of Kaito here, making a ninja emblem. There it is, nicely done by Ed. Came prepared, unlike most of you. All right, there's the swing out, which I predicted. Brainstorm and respond. All right, so Roland concedes game 1. Ed takes game 1. Stuck with a brainstorm in hand against 2 Bowmasters. Start says Wizards will ban Entomb because content creators are loud about it. And if Oops is also banned, the format gets fairer. I think it can thrive there. To be honest with you, I don't think they listen to the content creators much at all. Honestly. Like, I'm sure it's a factor, but I just feel like they mostly ignore that stuff. As they should, I feel. Like, we were just talking about earlier on today's stream, people asking me how's the meta. What the hell do I know? I don't know. I think sometimes I just don't even have like the mental space to like figure out what the bands need to be. It just needs to be somebody else's job, not mine. I don't freaking know. And honestly, I don't really care. I gotta be honest, I just don't care.
No, I don't want to do that.
Whatever needs to be banned, they'll ban it, and I just, whatever.
Load 2, go to 17.
Same way as let's go Island Temur.
Sounds like we're hitting a Tamio here. Ramalito says, I could be wrong, but hasn't Wizards printed a few busted black cards of recent years? Frog, Goyfs, Kaito, Bowmasters. Yeah. Yeah, there have been good black cards recently. Keep in mind, though, like with the Modern Horizon sets, they're designing cards for Modern. I haven't played much Modern in recent years, so I'm not even aware of what Modern's needs are or aren't, but the cards are being designed with Modern in mind. And then for the Commander sets, those are being designed with Commander in mind. None of them are being designed with Legacy in mind necessarily, so whatever. I don't know. The same way Ragavan and Ren and 6 are fine in Modern, they fit in just fine as far as power level, I guess. People are going to yell at me. No, they're not. All right. Well, they're still legal.
Right, because then why would you just... Okay.
Bolt takes out Tamio.
Nah, it's just desperate measures, basically.
Land instead. Two.
I'm gonna play.
Cyanona says, Chris, did you know that there are 552 humans in Standard and 616 elves in Vintage? Very good, Cyanona. Very good. Wow. We should just keep going back to Bloomborough. Enough with the elves and the humans already. So with an Ornithopter on the board, the brainstorm is happening here. I'm sure Roland is glad that Tamio is no longer there. Dragon's Maze Channeler is a good creature to start the game for Roland. Yeah, I think Bloomborough was a crowd favorite for 2024. We did a poll at the end of the year which set from 2024 was everybody's favorite. And to be honest with you, I don't remember if Bloomborough won. I think it might have been Duskmorn. Oh, crap. I'll have to... Someone go find our 90s MTG poll from our YouTube channel and tell us who won. Was it Bloomborough? What were the other options? Karlov Manor and Outlaws at Thunder Junction. Those didn't win. It was between Bloomborough and Duskmorn, I think. I don't know. Keith Master Flex wondering, is Roland playing the cactus with the green splash or just the adventure creature? Yeah, we might see the cactus. You really never know. Bloomborough was great. Bloomborough was great. Definitely going back there in my mind. Of Thunder Junction, Duskmorn, and Aether Drift, which of those was your favorite, chat? Which one would we go back to of those three? I think Aether Drift. It was so weird that it was good in my mind. Like I kind of liked the Aether Drift in the end. Yeah, I think Duskmorn is a crowd favorite. Roland now with a counterbalance.
I will.
Roland won't be able to set the top of the deck. Counterbalance is interesting here. It'll be able to catch a few things, for sure. The ninjutsu stuff gets through it, though. We'll see how this plays out.
Go ahead.
Have 4 charts. Swing in there. Two. Alright, I'll pass. This one, Tom?
Yeah.
All right, what about between Thunder Junction and Aether Drift, then? Which of those did you prefer, chat? Does anyone have a preference between those two? If we were going to go back to do it again, Which of those two would you pick if you had to pick? I think I picked Aether Drift. Croc found the poll. Duskmorn won. Yeah, Duskmorn was 90s MTG viewers' favorite set of 2024 of the standard sets. I thought so. I was surprised. I thought Bloomborough was going to win badly. But it was Duskmorn.
Hit your place.
Here's Yuriko.
That's fine. Wait, still have to shuffle or something? Or?
You may search for it.
Okay, so all three? No, I have three. Yeah.
Yuriko, the Tiger's Shadow.
If I...
And now Spellbomb. That's pretty good against the Channeler.
So before that, I'm going to resolve, I'm going to fetch...
Sure.
You already played...
Could potentially let it attack with Delirium, shut off Delirium, and block it. At some point in this game, that could happen. Needless to say, Roland needs to deal with Yuriko. That card hits pretty hard. Roland has Delirium, so attack him with the DRC. 3 cards in Roland's hand. Damage is accepted.
And I will pass you.
I'll leave that in our shuffle.
Okay.
Yeah, Ether Drift did kind of come and go really fast. Like a race car. It zoomed by.
So I got Ghost Water, Wasteland, and then I will pass with you.
Okay, Brainstorm, cracking it. Counterbalance trigger is on the stack. I think what I liked about Aether Drift too was I just like Amonkhet a lot, like the Amonkhet aesthetic a lot, and there was a lot of that in Aether Drift, and that's what made me like it.
Fetch, I guess? Or 13? Okay.
Yeah, I just passed. Oh, no, not the fact, sorry. This guy.
Oh, right. You give me it, or should I just...
I grew up being a fan of the Mad Max movies, and like when I was a kid, and maybe that made me like Aether Drift too.
I think you got it.
Okay, maybe I already got it.
Yeah.
Chaotic race in the middle of a desert.
No, that's all you're speaking.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, because you flipped an island and give it a trigger. Want to hit them? Okay.
And pass with you.
Okay, Mishra's Bauble revealed by Counterbalance, so Brainstorm is going to resolve, it seems.
Go ahead.
0 on top of the deck won't stop much, except maybe a another Ornithopter, which Ed just won't do now.
Wasteland, Ghost Water. I'll waste this guy. Sure.
Yuriko on the board, though. Got to do something about that if you're rolling.
2-3. 2-1, sorry, 2-1.
There's all those ninja basic lands. They just play so many basic lands in this deck, it's so hard to wasteland them. Yeah, we see a lot of unbanned top stuff going around, but like, I don't think people realize how horrible that gameplay really was.
One more?
And it'll be in all the Saga decks. Horrible.
Position agent. Last one will be Thespian Stage. And
Darth saying, I loved it. I played Miracles and Elves back then. One of the funniest things, though, to me, I find the funniest little things about Magic. Bowmaster getting flashed in here. People thought the Sensei's top gameplay was so interesting playing Miracles, but like, you are the only person experiencing the interesting decision. Your opponent is just waiting for you, waiting for you to resolve the ability. You're looking at the top 3 cards of your deck thinking like, wow, this is really interesting. And I'm waiting.
I'm gonna skip to that. I need you to not have the heavy wasteland. Whatever, ghost quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
Only one person is experiencing. Yeah, and that. Miracles mirrors were fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you get under this, then
The other thing I always remember to mention is that you do not want to go to a legacy event, have your opponent say, yeah, this is my first ever legacy event. I'm new. And then turn one, they play Sensei's top. Oh, boy.
So the quest of beast. And then that gets pretty difficult.
yeah.
Can't maze it. Can't do it.
Well, I mean, I have removal for it, but
Right.
you know, like,
Yeah.
I might even concede to that at this point.
yeah, it's like I'm like, yeah, I thought that like Oof is gonna do a lot more damage because I thought you were gonna waste me off.
My opponent activates top again to because they forgot what was on top of the deck. I'm ready to go home.
With a double blast.
No. Well, not when I started the game.
Force of Phil wants it back.
Well, we can.
I was hoping to
You
like
can just
catch
have
it with something, but
3.
it turned out like just good old wasteland luck does the trick.
Yeah, that got me. The ghost quarter was especially brutal. The wastelands I would have been able to fight. I was hoping to draw like a endurance or something, but go ahead.
Well, I'm taking a look at the top of his own deck here with the bauble. Delirium not currently on. Trying to get it back. Still needs to figure out the Eureka situation.
Different.
Targeting myself.
Yeah.
All right, people of the chat are hoping for Sensei's top. I can't help myself. Strongly disagree. Sorry.
Okay, so
I'm a hard pass.
When they die, the bubble triggers.
Yeah, I got it.
Especially with Urza Saga. It would be in every freaking deck. Forget it. No way.
okay. Get rid of this guy. I will gain infinite life.
All right, brainstorm happening here.
Yeah, it has to be a number. So let's say like
Roland's going to try and set the top of the deck, it seems. Lightning Bolt on Eureka. Surveil.
Also the counterbalance for on the stack.
Sure.
The triggers. Alright, so Surveil trigger. I'm going to leave that on top. So, will this result?
Yeah.
Okay. And then counterbalance trigger.
Did you? No.
All right, Delver revealed. Brainstorm countered by counterbalance. So we caught one.
I was just waiting for like another sorcery or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Eureka down as well. Roland stabilizing here.
go. So I think this is the cube.
Oh, this one.
I did like, I don't know, near draw.
If you're rooting for Delver, getting that Eureka off the board was pretty good. Hydroblast on DRC here. Force of Will revealed by the counterbalance. The other thing about like the this healthy miracles era that everybody's talking about in the chat is like I was there. I looked at Reddit and Twitter and all the other social medias at that time, and people were complaining the meta is unhealthy, and it was the same as now. It was the same.
Still a combo piece. That's why I play.
They were not happy then. They're not happy now. That's it.
What else is meta that you do with the change?
I was there. Don't tell me it's not true. I was there.
No, you don't pay, but
I'll dig up the tweets. Don't make me do it.
It's just that.
I'll dig them up.
First the Dream Smoke and it's supposed to be
Counterbalance trigger.
one for Maverick.
Pithing Needle revealed. Counters Tamio. All right, we're catching some stuff with the counterbalance.
The things I like to do here is to bounce the surveillance.
People were scream tweeting about bans back then too. I promise you.
The Kaito's other side.
All caps raging.
It's like beans.
It's my sideboard.
You might have
They hated the format back then. Right now, sitting here in your seat, you're like, oh, I remember it was so fun back then. No, it wasn't. They hated it.
But yeah, like some people have their.
It's the same thing.
They were so mad.
You're running the.
Doesn't flip or anything.
No,
Do we really need commander cards in our format?
I'm actually not the big fan.
It was the same. It was the same. I promise.
One card or now?
I'm like screaming now. My neighbor's like, what has this guy all worked up?
Like you can play the Sheltered by Ghosts, and then against Show and Tell, you can eat the Omniscience. Yep.
Yeah, there's that point.
You can ask Andrea, like when I played him against I was playing green-white, Omniscience, I'll just eat it.
Just do it now. Yep. I'm going to name. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Do you have a pre-modern?
No. I don't, because I need to waste and then, yeah, it's good to go. Surveil trigger.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Surveil here.
Yep. I'll keep that.
Alright, so I'm just going to name Kaido Bane of Nightmares.
You got it.
All right, Needle on Kaido makes a lot of sense.
Counterbalance trigger.
All right, Ponder revealed, Ponder countered, Counterbalance starting to put in some work.
Go ahead.
Took a little while in this game. Rolling is stabilized, it seems. Insect Liberation is going to be swinging away.
Swinging there.
It takes some getting used to for sure. It's like the combo matchups and stuff it's like
Yeah, people talking about True Name Nemesis in the chat. I was there. Shardless Agent, Baleful Strix. Did we really need supplemental sets?
he plays all these cheap.
They were unhappy then. They're unhappy now.
That's magic for you. Yeah, that's
Trust me.
Garfield Nintendo.
All right, another cantrip countered by a cantrip. Counterbalance. Somebody call Force of Phil. I'm going to watch this one.
Just run like very greasy. Right. It's really, really nice. Like really, like
Probably
delicate
vegan.
chicken.
Chump blocking with an Ornithopter now. Noah's rolling, packs some burn spells in the deck.
They do have like vegetarian stuff too.
Voodoo with a great question. Are Magic players inherently unhappy? Honestly, MTGO makes people unhappy.
Yeah.
On your upkeep.
Once you see the radishes on there, you know it's the real
Oh
shit.
yeah. Yeah, it's like the no fill stuff.
There's a murderous cut happening here on Insect Liberation. Could be able to clear the last creature from the board.
That's for 5. Response. Brainstorm.
Well, besides Ornithopter. Brainstorm happening here. If you want to hate a Magic format, just play it a lot on MTGO. That's how I feel. Horrible. So Murderous Cut countered by a Force of Will, revealed on top of the deck by Counterbalance. This Counterbalance has put in amazing work in this game. Ornithopter attacking. Okay. Ninjutsu for an Infiltrator.
Yep, that's it. Response.
Genius Infiltrator is now on the board. It's not going to race this Insect Liberation, but we might be able to find an answer.
So, hold on one second.
Oh, you get
yep,
the-
counterbalance trigger.
Yep, we got it.
Thought I had one, but that's how I did it now.
Pyroblast revealed on top. Replay the Ornithopter. It can chump here. An Infiltrator might not be lasting too long.
Let's see, I'll kill that and I'll kill that. You'll be done in 2. That's fine.
Ed is hellbent here, it seems. Okay, jump block.
Go ahead and do this now. Go ahead.
All right, Power Blast kills the Infiltrator as we expected. Yeah, no sign of questing Druid so far. All right, found another Infiltrator.
I don't think I have anything.
I don't even
just want to know what's going on top. It's fine, and then pitching.
All right, Infiltrator gets countered. Force pitching days.
Draw the force.
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
All right, moving on to game 3. Counterbalance put in amazing work in that game.
Counterbalance didn't work.
Ed said exactly what I said.
What would you do if you could pick any
All right, Ed will be on the play.
streamer?
Bottom left, yeah. Okay, good luck. Should be good. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You know, Magic all day feels rough. Yeah, I don't know how else people play.
Both players kept 7. Hoping for a good game 3. Misty Rainforest gets correct.
Island
Cameo on turn 1. Good start.
You'd know better than me. Yeah, it's
Temur
much
was
smaller.
also.
It's pretty small. Yeah, it's pretty small. But
And an Ornithopter. All right, we might be seeing some ninjas soon.
ridiculously popular stuff. Like Grand Theft Auto. And yeah, it's smaller. Compared to like some game that I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, I think Cryptic Command's days are done. I guess it gets played in Commander, though, no? It has to. I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Actually, I have no idea.
I love playing like all sorts of games. I just WoW is my main game. I buy Stoneblade and throw them on Steam all the time. I think I've played like 4 or 5 games all the time. Yeah, I streamed like during COVID. I streamed some Magic. I streamed Germany. Oh, like online.
All right, Mishra's Bobble. Taking a look.
Reasonably impressive. Right.
And we're swinging with the team here. Tamio makes a clue. Ornithopter. Oh, maybe we're forgetting the clue. All right. Oh, maybe just digging for the token now. Yuriko has been ninjutsu'd into play, returning the Ornithopter. Brazen Borrower revealed.
That's, sorry. Play Ornithopter.
Cards in it?
4.
4 cards left in Ed's hand.
Content? Yeah, you might as well. You're making YouTube videos anyway. Yeah, but like I look at it more like I never really had the aspiration. Like I want to get in front of people and then do like a live gaming thing. Like it's just kind of like I don't know, hard to describe.
I'm gonna enter Discord.
All right, moving to discard, it sounds like.
You know, like you hear that from a lot of kids and stuff. It's like they have like this mental picture, like it's me playing a game. Like I'm playing a game. I know. I'm playing a game and people are watching me and it's like they're along for the ride and like
Rolling a little stuck.
I feel like sometimes I'm doing like a
Discards a Dragon's Rage Channeler. I mean, Ed has a lot of cards on the board. Rolling stuck with an island and discarding to hand size. Not a great start.
not being forced up. I just feel like I'm like streaming adjacent somehow. I don't know. It's like, I love. I just. Yeah. Nightman schedule.
Okay, Ponder resolves here for Ed. Attacking with Tamio, Yuriko, Ornithopter. Another ninja here could be amazing. Stifling the fetch of Pluto Delta. Okay. Okay.
Make a clue, hit you for 1.
Okay, Prismatic Vista was found. No extra damage from Yuriko. A miss. think Ed was supposed to take another damage there from the fetch, but the interrupting with Stifle made them forget. Maybe it'll get corrected. Bolting Tamio with the blue mana tapped down. I like that. Obviously, Eureka will need to be dealt with here, but getting Tamio off the board is huge. You do not want that thing to flip over. You're stuck on lands and stumbling as Roland is here in the beginning of Game 3. So attacking. Another ninjutsu appears to be happening. It'll be the Infiltrator. It's pretty good.
And then I have 2 triggers. I'm gonna stack Rico triggers first, and James second. 0. 2.
Bowmaster and Polluted Delta. 2 cards drawn after the 2 Eureka triggers. Ouch.
Play Ornithopter.
Already played the land. I'll go to Insta. Just discard a Vista.
All right, so now Ed discarding the hand size for a completely different reason than Roland was before. Just an abundance of resources. Eureka plus Ingenious Infiltrator. This game's going to close out quick. Roland needs to start removing creatures.
Holy heat. Eureka.
Unholy Heat on Eureka. Eureka down.
Oh, yes.
Well, just the Infiltrator remains, I guess, as far as ninjas on the current board. Ed has 2 clues, an Ornithopter as well, and plenty of cards in hand. Cards in hand, not an issue for Roland, but way behind on cards in this game. Attacking with the team. Uh-oh, another ninjutsu. Another Eureka. Oh.
Yeah.
Is this over? Brainstorm with the trigger on the stack. Force pitching force. Ed trying to set up the kill here.
2, 3.
Yep.
Do Eureka triggers first.
All right, just 1 extra damage from Eureka. 4 cards drawn basically here.
Play Ornithopter.
Yep.
Go to discard.
Going to discard. Yeah, Roland was hoping Eureka would be being off the board would maintain a higher life total. Eureka can just swing for lethal with a Brainstorm, put Force of Will on top. Yeah, this is a nice ninja deck. Pyroblast on Eureka. Okay, Eureka dies. Managed to get another one off the board. Roland's still alive. If anyone can win this game in this position, it's probably Roland. Let's see how this goes. Infiltrator, Kaito. Oh. Too many ninjas. That is the match. Ed gets it. GG's. Well played. Well played. Wow. Thanks a lot, Wizards, for the ninjutsu mechanic. That's all I have to say. Screw that one up. I'm so upset. Yeah. Stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you're in the Discord. We'll be live again tomorrow. And make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel if you're watching this later. That's free. Peace out.